Do I believe that men can be feminists? Let's start. So, I used to be a very hopeful person when I was younger. Younger meaning 15, 16, 17, even 20, 21, 22. My idea of what I expected men to be, especially men of my generation, the men that I was going to grow up and be friends with and fall in love with, my idea of what I expected them to be came from the books and the movies that I watched and read, and it came from my own sense of what I thought was common sense. So I believed if a thing is wrong for me, if it's very obvious that something is wrong or unjust according to me, it will also be very obvious for the other person, whether it's a man or a woman, that that thing is wrong and unjust, because they can also imagine, what if this was happening to me? Any human being can do that, right? So I used to feel like, of course, men in my generation, 100% they can be feminists, and the ability to understand and spot systemic oppression is not dependent on gender. So you don't have to be a woman to understand the oppression of a woman. You don't have to be a black person to understand the oppression of a black person, etc., etc. Even though, like many other women, like most women of my generation, we grew up seeing a lot of violence perpetrated by men, several men in our lives, whether it's in the news or it's in our own houses or it's in our neighbor's house. We were always aware of multiple men at the same time, not just one, perpetrating some kind of a violence or harm. Uh, but for me, I didn't take it very personally for the longest time. Call it optimism, or maybe I just felt like with education and with everything, it's all going to change now. When we grow up, the men that we are going to be interacting with are going to be men who deeply understand that the woman is not another. The woman is not inferior or different, or you are supposed to treat her with the same respect that you would expect to be treated. This is all me in my childhood, and me up until very late actually in my life. But if you ask me today, I will say I don't believe that a man truly can be a feminist, or truly can even have an idea of what it means to be a woman in a society that operates on the belief that the default is man.